Hello everyone, I am Professor Nayan Asne, Department of Information Technology, Parvatibai Ganbamose College of Engineering, Wagholi, Pune. So we have started the Unit 5, that is Project Management. In Project Management, in a first video, yesterday's video, we have seen the management spectrum about managing the 4Ps. The 4P was people, product, process and project. Among that we have seen the people. So in people we have seen the different groups of the people which need to manage under the software development process or under the software development. So the different peoples was like the stakeholders, like the team leaders, software team, agile teams, and coordination and communication issues. So again in a stakeholders we have seen the different senior managers, the product manager, developer, customer, end user. Then in team leaders we have seen the team leader is always the model of leadership. That means he should always motivate, always organize and have the ideas and innovations to the software team, so it can have the great creativity of your software product. Again in a software team we have seen the different peoples who are directly related with the product scope are included in a software team. Then comes with the agile teams, that is small unit of the team that between the 4 to 9 peoples which are highly skilled persons are included in a software development to perform the different operation or to perform the overall development process. Then the last one was the coordination communication issues. In that we have seen the 3 types of issues, that is a scale which comes with the complexity, then confusion, the large efforts, the large scaling of the software. Second was uncertainty, that means the continuous changing and sizing issues. And third was the interoperability, that means the new software should be able to communicate with the existing system and satisfy the predefined constraints and the conditions which are implemented with the software or which are implemented by the software. So important characters again contains the scaling, the uncertainty and interoperability for the communication and the coordination issues. So this part we have seen under the people in our last video. In this video we'll start with the next P, that is your product. So the product objective and the scope must be established before planning a project. So all the technical and management constraints and difficulties should be previously identified. The alternative solution should be considered and identified. So before going with the project objective and scope, all the planning should be done, and before the planning all the difficulties, the management constraints, the technical constraints and the alternatives for the solution, for whatever constraints are there, whatever difficulties are there, should be already ready before going with this scope and objective, or before defining the scope and objective for the product. So without this information it is impossible to define a reasonable and accurate estimation cost, then conduct a effective assessment of the risk and realistic breakdown of the project task. So if you are not having all this information previously planned, you cannot make a accurate estimation cost, you cannot effectively manage or assess your risk, or you cannot have the breakdown task of your projects. So it is very necessary before going with the objective definition or before you are defining your scope, everything, every constraints, technical management constraint, difficulties in the project should be identified, your solution should be ready. So in order to define your project objective and its scope, there should be a proper coordination between the software developers and the customers. They must meet certain times to define the scope and to define the objective. So this is about the projects. Why to manage the product? Why? Because there is a different things we have to define the objective, we have to define the scope of the project, and that need to be managed well for having a good product outcome. So we need to define the product. This was your second P. Third is your process. So a comprehensive plan can be drafted using the software process framework in a software development process. So what means that comprehensive plan? So we have the software development umbrella activities, we have different software framework activities which are continuously in process when you are developing a software. Suppose certain activities are like umbrella activities are like software configuration management is there, measurement is there, software quality assurance is there, which are applied throughout your development process. And it is not really needed ki which type of software it is or how much large it is, what is the size of the software. Whatever size of the software is, regardless of its size, its complexity, in every development phase we are applying the software framework activity and software umbrella activity. So this was about your process, and last is your project. So a plan and control software projects are conducted for one and only one reason, because we need to know we are really managing the complexity by using a plan and control project. The thing that why should the software plan and control is to manage your complexity. So the software engineers and the software project manager must follow the certain guidelines for avoiding the project failure, such as they should set common warning signs that some deadlines are extending, some we are behind the budget or we are over budget. So there should be some warning signs. Then they should understand the critical success factors that lead to good project management. Then a common sense approach of planning, monitoring and controlling of the project should be developed by the software engineers and software project manager. So why there is a need to manage the project? Why? Because we need to handle the complexity of the project. If the complexity of project is not handled, we cannot have the good outcome of your projects. So everything need to be planned and controlled for managing your complexity, as well as your software engineers and software project managers should follow certain guidelines for getting a good software product. They should have some warning signs for wherever we are over budget or wherever we are under budget, we are having a less human resources, or we are needing something human resources for meeting the deadlines, or we are running behind the time, or we are moving very fastly, or we have to maintain the quality and all the things. So for this purpose we need to manage the project. So in this session we have seen the remaining 3 P's. The first is product. Yesterday's we have seen people. In today's session we have seen the product, the process and the project. In product we are thinking about everything, every constraint, every management constraint, technical constraint, difficulty that need to be identified. Every alternative solution should be identified before we are defining the project objective and the project scope. So if this information should be ready for getting the accurate cost, getting the accurate estimation, getting the accurate assessment of the risk. Then we need to break down your project. So for this we need all this information before we are defining the objective and scope. Second is the process. That means the different framework activity, the process framework activities has been allotted for your project development phase, or has been allotted, or they are continuously monitoring your software development process. Like some umbrella activities we can give, like software quality assurance, software configuration management and the measurements, which are continuously applied with the development phase. Okay, that is your process. And third one is the project. That means we need to manage the complexity. For what? For why? Or for using the plan and control software project, we are only managing the complexity. So we need to manage the project. So software engineers and software project managers are continuously following the guidelines for managing the project. So these are the 4 P's of your management spectrum which need to be managed. So in the next session we'll start with the project monitoring and control and the tools. So I hope this session is understood. If you have any query, you can comment me in a comment box, or you can ask me in a Zoom session. Thank you.